Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Griffin here and I hope you're all having a great day as always. Now in today's video, I was actually going to be posting a full walkthrough of my house now that renovations are pretty much done. So going through all the numbers on that walkthrough and then the financials, really what I paid for it, all the costs, as well as then what it is worth right now. But I'm going to be posting that on Friday after all, because this morning I saw an email from Wealthsimple essentially announcing the fact that as of January, they're going to be rolling out a new Plus subscription model where you'll be able to access USD accounts, which is something we've all been waiting for. So I thought I would make a quick video going over the announced functionality and then also sharing my thoughts on the matter. All right, so Wealthsimple Trade, most people watching this are probably well aware of what this platform entails, but to me, the main advantage really is the fact that they offer $0 commissions. This was a game changer when they came out, and still to this day in Canada, they're one of the leading zero commission brokers. In fact, there are only a few that are now thinking about transferring over to this model. Now, even though they do not have nearly as much functionality, research functionality, and research tools as other platforms, to me, I just really think that for the average retail investor, $0 commissions is significantly more important and has a much larger weight than all of this other functionality combined, considering the fact that, especially for new investors, $10 or even $5 commissions per trade is massive and really eats into your future profit, right? So $0 commissions really offers a lot more flexibility to the end investor, which is you and I, whereas if you had to make, say, a $5 or $10 commission fee on a trade, you wouldn't really be enticed to make, let's say, a $100 trade or just buy or sell one single share here and there of a company. Whereas with $0 trades, this is something that becomes a lot more feasible for everyday investing. And the trade-off really to this is the fact that Wealthsimple doesn't offer nearly as much functionality and data around all of the companies that you can invest in on the platform, right? If you do use Wealthsimple Trade or other platforms, you're probably well aware of this, but the way I see this is that all of this data, you might not be aware of this, but it's extremely expensive on the back end. So having all that data coming in about company financials, future estimates, and all of this is extremely expensive. It can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, even millions of dollars, especially at the volume at which Wealthsimple Trade has users transacting on their platform. So this is really the trade-off here, but I think for the average investor in Canada, it's still a good option at that $0 commission. So with that said, if you do use Wealthsimple Trade, most likely you received this email this morning announcing the fact that you can get early access to the new features with their new Plus subscription model. So let's just walk through this quickly, take a look at what they're offering, and then I'll share my thoughts on the matter. So it goes on by saying that major updates are coming to Trade, including USD accounts, and you can be one to try them. So the Plus subscription includes all of the upgrades that are in the Trade Premium account. So a couple months back, I had made a full standalone video about Wealthsimple Premium where they were offering snap quotes, which was a new functionality, essentially real-time data for the stock price. And then also you can do instant deposits, now up to $5,000 instant deposits to your Wealthsimple Trade account without having to wait those couple of days to deposit the funds from, let's say, your bank over to Wealthsimple. And for a lot of people, $3 a month, it's definitely worth it. Now it says that on top of all of that though, you will have access to USD accounts. So no more 1.5% FX fee per trade. With Plus, you can buy, sell, and hold stocks and ETFs in US dollars. We'll come back to that shortly. Then it says unlimited price alerts. So get notified when your favorite stocks move, whether you're keeping an eye on 5 securities or 50. So this is definitely something that, paying for this, I don't know if I would pay for that. However, it is something that if you're going to be paying for the USD accounts anyways, it's a nice feature to have because stocks are moving throughout the day, and being able to have alerts, notifications to your phone when a stock has reached above or below a certain level is definitely something that I'm happy to see from Wealthsimple. Now, pricing for the Plus subscription is simple, $10 Canadian per month. And then as we move down the email, I'm going to skip that section right there. And then it says, are there any conversion fees? So yes, but instead of paying a 1.5% FX fee per US trade like you do now, you will pay a 1.5% fee whenever you convert the money in your account between Canadian and US dollars. I'm assuming vice versa here. For comparison, many banks charge a 2 to 2.5% conversion fee. And then it says, do you need to upgrade to Plus from Premium? They're going to be phasing out the premium functionality at $3 a month. So there's just going to be the free plan and then this Plus plan at $10 a month. And of course you can cancel at any time. So let's now speak a bit more though about the USD accounts, and I'll share my thoughts here. So first of all, for the time being, I mean, there isn't all that much information that was released to the public, but it doesn't really look like you're actually going to be able to deposit US funds that you already have into a US account, US dollar account within Wealthsimple. Now, I really hope this is just something they haven't announced yet, and this will be functionality that they're rolling out, because if I'm unable to deposit US funds that I already have, for me, it's not really enticing to put Canadian funds and then incur that conversion fee, considering the fact that I already have US funds. So hopefully that's something that they're going to be rolling out. For now, though, from the looks of it, it does look like that's where they're going to make their money, right? Right now, you're looking at 1.5% conversion fee on a buy, and then on a sell, converting from Canadian funds to, let's say, buying shares of Apple in US dollars, 1.5% fee, 1.5% fee, that's where they're making their money. So right now, other than that $10 a month thing, they're going to be making their money on that initial conversion into US dollars. Now, before people get triggered about this, though, let's actually just think about this rationally for a second. If you don't have any US dollars or any funds in any other foreign currency for that matter, if you want to have funds in another foreign currency and you only hold Canadian dollars, if you go to the bank and request, I should say, a transfer over, you're going to be paying a conversion fee on top of the baseline conversion rate. That's just the reality of things, always has been and probably always will. There are a couple of ways that you can try and bypass this, but for the most part, if you're a Canadian investor and you want to invest in US dollars, you're going to need to do that conversion at some point or another. And at the end of the day, once you do that conversion once, you're most likely going to keep those funds in US dollars pretty much indefinitely anyways. And a 1.5% conversion fee on top of that baseline conversion rate is quite average. With that said, though, does this make sense anyway? So let's take a quick look at a comparison between right now, where you're paying a 1.5% on the buy and on the sell conversion fee, versus what is to come, where you're paying a 1.5% conversion fee on transferring Canadian to US funds, and you're able to just actually keep US funds in your account. All right, so for example, if you deposit $10,000 in Canadian, well, at a conversion rate right now without the fee, okay, you're looking at around $7,905, give or take, in USD. If you do also take into account the 1.5% fee off the top of around $150, then you'd be left with $7,786 USD to start trading with. On the flip side, though, as it stands right now, if you wanted to trade US stocks, but you only have, of course, Canadian dollars, because that's what Wealthsimple only offers for the time being, and you wanted to buy around $10,000 Canadian worth of US stocks, well, right off the bat, you're incurring that 1.5% fee for purchasing US stocks, but because everything is then settled back in Canadian dollars, when you go to sell that $10,000 worth of American stocks, you're then going to once again incur a 1.5% fee. So right off the bat, as it stands right now, you're incurring more than a 2.5% fee, meaning in total, you're paying significantly more off the top to make that US stock trade. So in essence, you are still paying a conversion fee. That's where Wealthsimple is making their money, and they're pretty transparent about this. They're making the money on those FX fees. But again, most likely, if you do have Canadian dollars and you do a transfer over to US dollars, regardless of whether or not you are trading actively US stocks, which probably you will be if you're investing with Wealthsimple Trade here, but regardless, you're probably going to just keep that money in US funds indefinitely, because it wouldn't really make sense to transfer back to Canadian dollars. And anyways, as a retail investor, most likely right now or down the line, you're going to want to purchase some American stocks anyways. Considering what we just spoke about, though, and the fact that there isn't that much information in the email they sent out, there are still some open questions that I have regarding these US accounts. So first of all, of course, the fact, are you going to be able to deposit US funds directly into your US account? That is the first thing that I want answered. Second thing, are you going to be able to withdraw US funds over to a US bank account located in Canada? If that's not the case, this makes it significantly, it kind of defeats the purpose, because if you want to ever materialize any gains, you would have to convert back over to Canadian dollars and incur once again that transaction fee. So definitely we'll see whether or not they add that functionality. I really hope so, as this would allow, once again, a lot more flexibility with your funds. Another thing here is, let's say you do start paying that $10 a month for access to these US accounts. Once you do pay for that once and you create a USD account, you have some funds in there in US dollars, and you also have a portfolio of US stocks. What ends up happening to this account if you terminate your Plus subscription? Is this transferred back over to Canadian dollars? I really hope not, because that would kind kind of once again defeat the purpose? That's definitely a question that still has been left unanswered, but I'm sure Wealthsimple has a logical explanation to this that they're going to be releasing shortly to the public. And then finally, off the top of my head here, when I was reading this, I was wondering, is this only going to be available for cash investment accounts, or is it also going to be available for registered accounts, right? The TFSA, RSP, and even a couple other ones. For now, it kind of looks like it'll probably just be the cash account. However, if they're also allowing this for the TFSA, that would be highly beneficial, and I think would add a lot of value to the platform, especially if you're paying $10 a month here. Some of you actually may not be aware, you can trade US stocks and stuff in a TFSA in US dollars. Your contribution limit though is just going to be relative to the conversion rate at the time that you make those contributions. All right, so that pretty much wraps up the quick overview of the upcoming features that Wealthsimple has just announced, including the US dollar accounts. Now, I'm definitely really excited to see USD accounts being rolled out, as it's something I know I've personally been waiting for, and I know a lot of you have also been waiting for. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button. It really helps the channel out, and comment down below what you think of these upcoming features and whether or not you think it's worth $10 or not. Also, don't forget to check out all the links down below in the description to open up, for example, a Wealthsimple trade account. You can get $25 for free when you deposit $100, and there's also some other great freebies down in the description. Finally, if you want to learn more about stock market investing in more depth, check out my full stock market investing course. There's a link down below where you can learn everything you need to know about investing in the stock market and being a DIY investor. So on that note, thanks a lot for watching today's video, and I will see you on Friday with the home tour overview and financial overview. Take care, have a great day.